When I started decluttering in 2020 at age 56, I thought it would just be about getting rid of stuff. But what I quickly realized is that decluttering is about so much more than just the physical items that we let go of. It's about the memories, the emotions, and even the identity tied to our things. I didn't hear a lot about this at that time, so that's why I wanted to make this video. Even today, I still need to declutter every once in a while. I thrift vintage and modern clothing for my income, so I'm always finding lots of amazing things. For me, I have to limit the amount of items I keep for myself. It's the process of decluttering. It's an ongoing task. So today, I'm going to share the realities of decluttering, especially in midlife and beyond. The unexpected joys, the emotional challenges, and some mistakes to avoid. I hope by the end of this video, you'll not only feel ready to tackle your own clutter, but you'll also understand why this process feels so hard sometimes and how to finally make peace with it. Decluttering isn't just about clearing physical space, it's about creating freedom in your life. When you declutter, you free yourself from decision fatigue. With fewer items to choose from or manage, you can make quicker, simpler decisions, saving your mental energy for what really matters. You also free yourself from the emotional burdens that clutter carries, the guilt of unused items, regret for money spent, or the weight of memories tied to objects. Letting go of these things isn't just about the items, it's about releasing the negativity and emotional weight that they bring. And with that freedom comes clarity and focus. When your space is no longer overcrowded, you can focus on what matters most, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or just enjoying the calmness of an uncluttered home. Decluttering also frees up your time. With fewer things to clean, organize, or search for, you can dedicate that extra time to what brings you joy. It even helps you let go of the past, allowing you to embrace the present and open yourself up to future possibilities. By creating this kind of freedom, decluttering isn't just about making your home look better. It's about transforming how you feel, think, and live. It's also about reclaiming your time, energy, and peace of mind to live a life that feels lighter, clearer, and more intentional. Let's start with the emotional side of decluttering because this is the part that caught me off guard. When you're over 50, the things in your home aren't just things anymore. They're memories. Like this item. It's not just a trinket. It's something that my youngest daughter gave me when she was little. And honestly, parting with items like this can feel like you're letting go of those memories. But here's what I learned. Letting go of the item doesn't mean letting go of the memory. One thing that really helped me was taking photos of sentimental items before donating them. That way, I can keep the memory without holding on to the physical clutter. Another thing that I do is I allow myself to hold on to 3 plastic bins that are filled with memories that I just can't part with. I don't want to use them, display them. I just want to hold on to them. Maybe I'll get to a point where I can go through these bins and let go. But for now, whatever can fit in those 3 bins are safe from the donation pile. And then there's the identity piece. Sometimes we hold on to things because they represent who we used to be or who we wanted to be. Like art supplies that I hardly used, my mother of the bride dress, or this NutriBullet juicer that I only used a few times and we actually no longer have the lid. But here's the thing. When we're over 50, it's okay to focus on who we are now and let go of things that don't serve our current life. The guilt part, that's a big one. We feel bad letting go of things we spent good money on. But keeping them doesn't undo the money spent, and it certainly doesn't bring us joy. Another big source of guilt are gifts that I don't use. So I try to think of gifts in a certain way. The actual gift the person is giving isn't just the item, it's the thoughtfulness of them picking it out, wrapping it, and finding the time to present it to you. I believe it's really that ritual that is important and special. That's the gift. No one wants us to be burdened with something that we can't use. It's better to let those items go to someone who can actually use them. What surprised me the most about decluttering were the unexpected joys. For example, when I finally cleared out the clutter in this room, it felt like I could breathe again. Suddenly, the space felt lighter, and so did I. Decluttering doesn't just clear your physical space, it also clears your mental space too. I found that with less stuff around me, I could actually focus better and feel less overwhelmed. And then there's the joy of giving. Knowing that the items I no longer need could be helpful to someone else made the process so much easier. Like a coat I donated last winter, I love knowing it was keeping someone warm instead of just sitting unused in my closet. Now let's talk about the mistakes I made so you don't have to go through them. First is taking on too much at once. Back in 2020, I was laid off and we were in lockdown. My oldest daughter just bought an old fixer-upper, and she asked me and her younger sister to move in with her and her fiance at that time. It seemed like a great idea for our family to quarantine together, and I'm actually still here today. So my task was to downsize from my own house to half of a house. I thought I could declutter my entire house in a week. I was really wrong about that. And honestly, it just left me feeling burnt out and defeated. Rather working on many rooms at the same time, which makes for chaos and pure craziness, what worked better was starting with one room and start small. One drawer, one shelf, one closet. It's all about building momentum. Another mistake, not having clear criteria for what to keep and what to let go. Now, I ask myself, when was the last time I used this? Or would I buy it again today? Or does it add value to my life? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. And here's a big one, not rushing the process. If you're struggling to decide on an item, it's okay to put it in a maybe box and revisit it in a month or two. Just don't let too much time go by. Decluttering after 50 is different because we're often in a stage of transition. Maybe the kids have moved out, or we're downsizing, or we're thinking about retirement. These life changes bring a new perspective on what really matters. For me, I realized I didn't need to hold on to so much stuff from my past, just what will fit in those 3 bins. I wanted to focus on creating space for my future, and honestly, that's a gift to ourselves and to our families. I don't want to burden my daughters with having to figure out what to do with my stuff when I'm gone. I want to share a few practical tips that made my decluttering journey so much easier. First, the 1-year rule. If you haven't used it in a year, you probably won't ever use it. Let it go. Next is a joy test by Marie Kondo. Ask yourself if an item sparks joy or stress when you see it. If it's stress, it's time to say goodbye. If you're not quite sure if you love it, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and anything below a 7 should probably go. And don't underestimate the power of an accountability partner. Having someone there to support you can make a world of difference. I love having my older daughter there to help me when it's hard to make a decision. I know she'll be honest with me and help me focus at the task at hand. It's so easy to let time slip away when decluttering. Decluttering after 50 isn't about just getting rid of things. It's about creating space in your home, in your mind, and in your life for what really matters. It's about finding clarity, peace, and even joy in the process. When we let go of the physical clutter, we also let go of the emotional weight we didn't even realize we were carrying. We make room for the things and people that bring us happiness and fulfillment. It's an opportunity to reset our priorities, focus on what adds value to our lives, and embrace a sense of freedom. Decluttering isn't just a task, it's a gift we give ourselves to live more intentionally and fully in this stage of life. So, what's one thing you can let go of today? Let me know in the comments below. If you're looking to find personal growth in midlife or at any age, check out my Starting Over playlist. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll find wellness today and every day. See you next time. What surprised me the most about